Hello and welcome back to Mirror 7 channel. Well, today we are learning the hottest topic when it comes to new Vim, that is the macro thing. If you have used Excel at some point, you know what a macro is, but for those who maybe aren't very familiar with macros at the point, maybe you are a web developer or something and you just know about JavaScript and CSS and HTML, and you haven't thought about how to use macros. Macro is just a thing where you record something and it will record what you do, and you can play it just to sound like a little automation when doing some quick actions. So macros are one of most powerful features in Vim for automating repetitive tasks. A macro is a sequence of keystrokes that you record and can then play back. You record a macro in normal using the Q command, followed by the register you want to store the macro in any letter A through C. And it says like how to start and how to stop. So it's just details here in the lesson overview. So I will open a screen key so you can see the commands, but this will be a maybe not that long one video. I will try to do it short. So we go to the beginning and we will start macro recording with Q. We will define that we are going to record in the register A, and at the bottom of the screen you are seeing that now it says recording A. So whatever I type, it will do it. So if I do DD, I will delete the whole line. DD, then I will do escape O, escape P. So remember that is what I did. Then I will stop the recording pressing Q. It's different from what the exercise proposes, but that's the thing. Now for my God, this thing box, the notification. So now we need to find a way of reproducing the macro, because it doesn't say how. But that's how we record it. Let's check. To play back a macro, we will use a number that it will represent the time. Oh, the add symbol. So let's go back to the previous lesson. So if you remember what I did, then I should be add A, and you can see. And if I do again add A, it will like move 2 lines. So I could do something like, let's say, let's record another macro Q, but in the register A. What I will do is do DW, go to the end, go to the end, do P, jump the line, press O, escape P, and press dot a lot of time, and I will stop the macro. So what I will do is just semicolon from 13 to 19. I will do D, and it should do a lot if I then play using add A. As I think that it didn't record that much of a different action, basically it did that. But if I press 8 again, A, you see, you can see what the macro is doing. if you do it like this. So it's you can check what the macro usually do. It does the action, so it allows us to do some interesting things. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. I think that I could, let's do undo just a bit. What if I record a macro, like repeating a macro 3 times? Let's do this. Let's do Q, P. And if I do add A, add A, add A. I think that I can do undo, dot, what this thing will do. Q. So if I do add V, it will reproduce the macro A and some of the things that I did. But I could reproduce A again. So that's a good thing. So a combination of macros. 17. J4. 4J. 4H. 4K. 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 Let's do add A here. So with combinations of macro A and B, you can, at the end of the day, end with a mess if you mess it up. But this is the power of macros. You can just even reproduce macros inside macros and do a lot of different things. Let's check the other lesson. DW into a register A, and then type A to reproduce some. So let's say it says that, let's go to the T and let's record a macro. Let's do DW, Q, let's go to the beginning, let's reproduce the macro. So this is very silly, but if I do dot, I think that is reproducing the macro again. So that's a good thing. So let's search for the dot. And let's go again. Let's search for the dot again. Okay. And as you saw in this lesson, we are going to do it 2 times. It's because we can accumulate actions. So basically, let's record a macro. Let's do add V, because we are going to record the V, and we are going to do DD. Let's do DD, but I understand what the exercise is. Let's do Q. So with that, it should delete the first line and the final line, right? Let's do B. It doesn't do anything. So let's do undo. Let's record this again. Q, V. Delete the line. Q. Let's check the macro. Add V. Delete the line. So I will do undo. Let's go to the beginning of the line and let's reproduce 2 times the macro V. So if I reproduce it 4 times, like 4 times V, it should delete everything. It's pretty useful. It's even more powerful than using like I think that is this. It was the same like the pressing 7, 10D, the same, but there are cases where you have some special edition that you have to do. So let's do this. Let's record in. Oh my god, it's not reproduce. Let's record the macro in the register. So let's say that I do visual block and I will append like a numeral and hashtag. I will comment some lines. I will go here and I will do the stupid way. I will do again visual block, and I will do this like again. I will insert a different numeral, and I will do it the smart way using Word. And I will go again and go to the visual block. I will insert a different W, and I will press Q. So let's do this back again, and let's reproduce the macros in A. So that's the powerful thing of the macros, you see? We can now insert things in a good way doing that. So that's the power of macros. I hope you all got the idea. The idea is to continue practicing on the next videos and understand how to do that. I will undo the complete macro action, and if I do add to A, to add A, you can see that we now can accumulate things, and it will be easy to go back on the changes. So if the macro don't do what we want, we can just roll back the whole action. So that's where Vim becomes very powerful. Think on editing several functions, or searching register, or replacing lines. I will do, before ending the video, it just come to mind one to me. Like let's do QA. Let's do let's do semicolon, percentage S. Let's delete the line. Let's change by replacement. And let's do again a replacement because I mess up. Let's undo this. Let's record the macro. I will try to do it very quick. S line replacement. Let's do another substitution. Let's do percentage S. Let's replace the word delete by insert, and let's stop the macro. So I will undo this and I will play A, and now you see where these kind of things come into place. We can be on one file and go to another file and do some quick refactors with this kind of macros, doing just replace, editing, and so on and so forth. So next video will be a combination of these actions, probably to understand better this thing. So if you liked the video, leave a like. If you want to learn how to put clipboard support in your Vim or new Vim installation, check the other video that I have on that topic, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.